Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming here on this is what Thursday. What day is it? Wednesday. Sorry, it's been a busy week, but thanks everyone. And maybe I'll tell a little bit about myself and very short about Apna, but also a lot more about why we are thinking about nation builders. So so Apna is like a 5-year-old company. We are into the hiring. We are a job hiring platform and a candidate careers platform. Over the 5 years, we now have around close to 55 million users and around 1,000 plus enterprises and 2 lakh plus MSMEs using Apna for hiring. And so we started off our journey thinking in a very small terms. I come from manufacturing experience in ITC. Nirmit, who is our CEO, he also comes from his family business. We all started, okay, we all saw this hiring challenges in India and it didn't make sense to us. Why should that happen? India is a country where you hear a lot saying ki, oh, job opportunity nahi hai, but then we were on the employer side and we couldn't find talent. And after spending time, we realized, okay, it was an information asymmetry problem where a lot of people at that point didn't know where the access to opportunities existed. So we started Apna 2019, thinking we'll solve a small portion of that problem, but then very soon it grew. We started seeing people from all industries, all sectors, all type of roles ranging from blue collar roles such as delivery boys to we have IT talent. We now have all college freshers joining up now. We have sales, marketing, BFSI, manufacturing. So it started growing, which gave us enough conviction to go bold on it, and that allowed us to be fortunate to get institutional investors backing. And take a very long bet at what we see India needs, and a lot of this is basically where we want to collect your insights as we take it further about what we want to do. But I'll chat a bit more about why we are talking about nation builders. I think this is something which I'm forgetting where the quote came from, but great nations are not born, actually they are made, right? If you look at the history over time, no great nation which you think about today was great. It started very small, and there were 3 things. Obviously, there needs to be an economic muscle behind it. Political acumen, I think the policies of the country needs to support a long-term vision, and a skilled and employed workforce is always required. And I think today, knowing this group's brain power and what we do, we are interested in how the skilled and employed workforce future of India can look like. And so I think taking a step back, I think you would have heard government talk about India being the 3rd largest economy in the world, but that just means we have to create 9 crore jobs, and that is not an easy feat. If you look at today's statistics, there is a massive gap which we are seeing. Every year, more than 1 million people are coming in, but they're not landing to the place where they're seeing the outcomes. If you talk to candidates, which we do a lot, their perception is there's lack of jobs. Everybody says, oh, nahi hai, job nahi hai. When we talk to a lot of companies who are thinking about the future growth, they are not seeing it that way. They are saying there are jobs, but I'm not getting the people who I need, which will give me the business outcome I want. So we are seeing this weird dichotomy where jobs exist, but people exist, but there's still a mismatch which is happening. Now think about India. We are the youngest population in the world, and it's a great advantage for us as a country if you think about it. We are well suited not to be just the workforce of India. We can actually be the workforce for the world today, knowing we are also the largest English-speaking young workforce in the world. Now, but think the other way around. This is a great demographic dividend advantage which we have. But in a world where you will start seeing the young people not having the right jobs, it actually can have an opposite impact on not just in the economy, but also society. What will all this youth with so much energy do if they don't have good employment? It's going to create negative spiral effect on our economy. And that's something which is top of mind for a lot of the government policy makers, to some of the things which we are trying to figure out, go work backwards with the companies, the industries, the universities to see how we can get going on that. And as a part of that, we thought, okay, we need representation from the industry and the industry leaders and the talent leaders who, as we start working on different things related to this topic, can keep guiding us, keep challenging each other, keep sharing ideas around each other, what can help the nation go further. And that's what we are proud to present this first chapter of Nation Builders. And So thanks again for joining us in the first chapter. And can you go next? Awesome. So today we are going to focus on a very fun topic / challenging topic, depending on who you ask, is India's Gen Z, which is 377 million, which is going to be the majority of our workforce if you think 10-15 years down the line. Who here identifies themselves as Gen Z? Is there? Yes, I think we are all now, that's why this conversation is going to be very interesting, where there is no actual representation today. Yes, so but we need to understand why and what and how. I also have a young one now, so I need to get ready for some of that, but that's going to be some of the topic. I'm going to briefly talk to you about some of the things we are trying to do in a very 5 minutes, so that when you talk a lot about it, our selfish interest is when you talk about the real problems you see, our selfish interest from a hiring side is, okay, what can we learn which we can take back and integrate into the hiring industry, upskilling space, where we want to take long-term bets in the country for. So I'm going to give like 5 minutes about what Apna does, so that you also get context, and when these discussions come, we'll go back with this insight and hopefully come up with some solutions which, at least in our sphere, we can solve. But yeah, this we talked about. So we started small, but now in a very short amount of time, in a 5 year, we are now 55 million users ranging across all of these industries. Different companies are using us in different capacity, solving either a portion of their problem or a large section of their hiring problems. But I'll talk about fresher hiring challenges. So far we have understood, and I'm pretty sure this slide will evolve just right at the end of the day when you all share the real insights which you see. But sorry, go back. So I think first is, if you think about fresher, and I'm remembering my resume, those we all used to sit together and copy paste and make it together, right? So the whole traditional way where people used to just see resumes and hire obviously is not true. So right, how do you hire when maybe the resume, which is a list of paper bullet points, are not exactly relevant? I remember seeing resumes which look exactly the same, where we were all sitting together and making it, and that's been a problem earlier as well. And some of the things we have learned from Gen Z is they are very passionate in certain topics, but they may not be well-rounded in every field. Maybe where I was told, okay, you have to do A, B, C in all aspects, and then your grade is good, and then you have to do 3 things. But what we have seen in some of the Gen Z is they are very good in certain aspects. So if you want to evaluate them on that very specific aspect which is relevant to your job. But if you try to do the typical approach of all-roundedness, we have struggled to do that. So now we are thinking about how do you do skill-based hiring at scale. I think some of the challenges which we are seeing is different diversity challenges. I think I was chatting about different definitions of diversity also, which can be people from different backgrounds, from different gender, different parts of the nation, etc. But what are some of the diversity challenges companies are facing, and how do you do that? I think the last but not the least is the youth has skills, but they're all distributed across the country. How do you do this at scale when you want a one quick solution to go and hire this fresher youth? Because we live in a world where if you post a job on LinkedIn or anywhere, you'll get thousands of applications, right? So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the right place, right talent at the right point you're able to reach, and the talent is distributed across. How do you evaluate this talent on your specific roles? Is some of the challenges we have heard from some of you, and also we'll learn more. But our take on this problem has been so far what we have launched, and we're very proud to say that we have started seeing very amazing results for some other companies. So first we have created this largest college talent network. How did we do it is we started going to the university. So say we focus on the engineering and management school. So AICTE, which is a governing body, we actually build their career portal. So all of the jobs or the initiatives or any career resources which we build at Apna, they are automatically given to all college students, and this is their website. So this is the AICTE's website, which is powered by Apna, built by Apna, maintained by Apna, and all resources are getting added over time. So everything which we learn, कि यार e-upskilling की ज़रूरत होगा, या this is a better way to hire for this, and all will start getting reflected there. So in one click, we can reach out to 22,000 college network across all of these schools, and also the other schools are already getting added as a part of this when they saw the success. So one thing we have solved is ability to tap into with one click to 22,000 college in one go, right? So anything you want to hire or any way you want to hire, everybody knowing about it is not a challenge anymore. So we solved one part, the distributed talent. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about I have to go to so many colleges, I have to go to so many places to get the right talent, and it takes so much time and effort. So one part we think we have solved already. Second part we have solved is the skill-based hiring, right? So we have created, now the tech is evolving to the place where you can start evaluating a lot of things about the skill, or at least the pre-screen a lot of the skills upfront, so that the people who reach out to you already have pre-screened, they already have shown very high intent on that very specific skill. To give you an example, we're talking with one startup who's into health, fitness, and like quite popular, and they were launching they wanted to launch a dance studio practice, so like 1,000 setups across India. So how should you hire like this? So the campaign we are saying, okay, if you want people who are great dance instructors, you ask, we will create a campaign across all of these places where they have to post a reel about their dance, and then you hire them, right? So that is a way maybe Gen Z will relate. Okay, if this is a skill, evaluate me on that skill. For some of the BPOs, what we are saying is, okay, our AI will talk to the candidate on a particular topic they are interested on, and then see their ability to talk in a way where you can relate, and then give you a score, right? So how do you convert all of the skills which you hire and use the tech today and get the people ready, and in one click, where you don't need to physically worry about how many colleges I need to go, how many people, what costs, etc., how much time it might take. You don't need to worry. Let candidates who are interested in you